Blue moon, you saw me standing alone. Man City put the pressure on again. Arsenal have got to beat Chelsea tomorrow. Man City win away at Leeds. That feels like a significant win in this title race. Semenyo with the only goal. Cherki, for me, the star of the show. And I want to come on and talk about him. But that's a big win for City. They were under the cosh in the first half an hour or so. We know what it's like. Ellen Road, under the lights, Leeds making it very difficult, being very aggressive, putting balls into the box. There was that chance that Brendan Aronson had where he slipped in behind. And I think he would have been offside anyway, but they found a way to get past that City back line. Donnarumma comes out and makes the big save. But Leeds were, as you can kind of tell by the momentum bar, before that City goal, City were able to kind of wrestle a bit of control back. They had that chance with a Nico O'Reilly header that was tipped over the bar. O'Reilly again showing his brilliant ability to kind of get in and crash the box and make things happen. But Leeds were the better team in that first half. And I've got to say, I think City controlled the game well in the second. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Like the video, hype the video if you enjoy it as well. It would massively help me out. We're on the road to 1,500 subscribers. Thank you all for the support on the channel so far. This is only my second week with this channel, and there's a lot more content to come. Don't you worry about that. Lots of general football content. I've also got my Spurs channel as well, which if you're a Spurs fan watching this video and you don't subscribe to that, please do. But yeah, Leeds were good. Leeds were good. It's not an easy place to go for City at all. And despite the fact that Arsenal obviously went to Leeds and battered them a few weeks ago, and City made kind of harder work of it than Arsenal did, obviously, it still feels like a significant win to get over the line in the manner that City did. If you look at the stats in the first half, that is where Leeds had their only 2 shots on target in the game. Had 6 shots in the second half, but didn't really trouble Donnarumma in any kind of way. Again, it was kind of balls into the box. Let's see what happens kind of thing. They weren't able to really kind of like really test Donnarumma in the way that they were in the first half. And City, I think they had 76% possession in the first half, less possession in the second half, but I think they were actually a little bit more in control in the second half. I thought RAYAN CHERKI massively helped with that. I mean, what a performance from him today. You can kind of see, starting as the right winger, but this City front line is so fluid and fun, I think, at the moment, really. And obviously, no Erling Haaland today. To go away to Leeds and win in the manner that they did without Haaland, I think is, testament to the strength and the character this City team is showing at the moment. RAYAN CHERKI floating absolutely everywhere. Loads of touches. I think he had more touches probably than anybody in the game, 104, and played such a key part in that Antoine Semenyo goal. And if we were to kind of dive into that a little bit, CHERKI kind of peels over to the left-hand side, over here where he's picking up a lot of the ball. Rayan Aït-Nouri makes such a fantastic underlapping run to break that Leeds defence open, but it is all about the pass. And again, the fact that CHERKI had that sort of free role to really go out anywhere that he wanted to make things happen made him hard to track. And when you've got runners off the ball in the way that Man City do, having a player like CHERKI that can find that killer pass is absolutely phenomenal. And I just want to thank RAYAN CHERKI, right? Because in a Premier League that I think most people would agree that has become a little bit dull, with a lot of the set pieces and things kind of going on and the shoving from corners and the level of football not being quite at the level that we've come to expect and know from the Premier League. RAYAN CHERKI, I think, is a real kind of shining light in that. So inventive, and it's such a brilliant ball. Again, his ability to be his ambi-pedaled nature, is that the right word? If someone's very two-footed, I could have just said two-footed, but I wanted to sound clever. His ambi-pedaled kind of his nature, meaning that he can pick the ball up on either foot, make things happen. It's a brilliant ball into Aït-Nouri and puts it across for Semenyo, who gets the goal. And again, I think with Semenyo, you see him and Marmoush kind of playing as those 2 split strikers, but Semenyo going out and holding the width at points, but also being allowed to kind of play in the pockets. I think the way that Guardiola has platformed Semenyo so far has made him have the impact that he's had at City. Because I think with Semenyo, I wasn't massively sure that he would take Man City to another level. I thought he was a good signing in the same way that Mark Gay was. I thought Gay would have more impact. And again, another clean sheet for City today with him at the back. Donnarumma playing his part in that as well. They do look more secure, despite the fact that Leeds have moments. But I thought Semenyo is a nice one that maybe, there's other title rivals or teams at the top of the Premier League that were kind of in for him and they go and get it done. They go and get him. But the way that I think Guardiola has platformed him has allowed him to have more impact than I probably suspected that he would have at City. So credit to Pep for that. Getting in on the end of the goal. Again, we spoke about it earlier in the season or earlier this year when Semenyo was signed, that you could imagine kind of Semenyo and Doku having that sort of Sane and Sterling kind of esque partnership on the wings, where Doku is the dribbly winger, gets around his man, puts balls into the box, and Semenyo is the one that finishes it. No Doku on the pitch today, but Aït-Nouri kind of being the provider to allow Semenyo to do what he does best, score goals. Such a good finisher off both feet. He's got a good intelligent movement as well to get in the box and be that kind of Raheem Sterling in this new look Man City, what Sterling did for ages. He can shoot from outside the box as well. He can combine with players. He can cover distance over long periods where City are playing more transitionally. Such a smart signing, really, for them. And he did the business for them again today. Look, Leeds, again, showing the fight of a team that I think knows they're not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. Look, Spurs, if they somehow beat Fulham tomorrow, which I'm not sure is going to happen, I've just uploaded a preview video on that on my Ben Bowman THFC account if you want to go check that out. Spurs can go above Leeds, so it will drag Leeds back into it a little bit. It's a double game week as well. Tired legs going into the games on Wednesday. I think Leeds have got Sunderland. I think City got Forest at home as well, and if they can win that, Arsenal drop points tomorrow, potentially Chelsea. You know, City's still got that game in hand as well. It's a big, big week in the Premier League. I think Arsenal go away to Brighton, which, you know, you'd imagine them to win that game. I thought O'Reilly was decent again for City as well. Obviously went off injured, hopefully for their sake. Not too serious really there, but job done for City. Wasn't the most convincing performance in the world, but going away to Leeds, as I said, despite the fact that Arsenal made it look convincing, it's not always going to be the same for every team. So credit for City for that. If you want to hear my thoughts on the 3 p.m. games, go to the video before this. Go on the channel. I spoke about that earlier. Crazy 3 p.m. games today in the Premier League. So go and watch that for my thoughts on that. And yeah, fair play to City. Good performance by Leeds. Even though they kind of huffed and puffed a little bit more in that second half. Couldn't create as much. And I think, yeah, this relegation battle and this title race are so interesting. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it for me. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as well if you are new around here. Make sure to hype the video. That massively helps me out, pushes the video out to new audiences as well. I'm trying to grow this channel. Big run in for the Premier League. Big run in for the Champions League as well. World Cup in the summer, going to be plenty of content. So it'd mean the world if you could appreciate and support. And if you like my views on football, make sure to hit that button.